It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're hopeful of what lies ahead.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Going deep right away. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down. Back to the air. It's Smith. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Throwing is Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He's got it! Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. Offense to the line for 2nd down. And again, it's Smith. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Smith on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Raider football. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now first run of the game, Zamir. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Herbert on 1st down. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line. The Raiders and running back Zamir White returning to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Blitz coming for Smith. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Raiders first. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's on the move. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Woo! I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back and was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. It's White on the give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down, ball at the 36. Herbert from the gun. Conklin brings it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. Finds him over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Smith. Complete here to Bowers. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Receiver in motion going left. On 1st down, they'll run. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 47. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Design bootleg here. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to SoFi right after this. A.J. Cole on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Harris gets it on the draw. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Herbert back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Fair catch made here at the 30. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. Man, it'll be their football. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Got a man. Bowers has it. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 7 yards on the run. Still 6 to go on 3rd. Looking to throw, Smith. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Chargers take possession. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the pistol, it's Herbert. They send it in the hands of Will Dissly. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing now, Herbert. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Williams coming in motion right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
To throw, Herbert. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Now Herbert again. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Brown's kick is up and good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pressure comes, Smith. He gets this one to Myers. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. They go play action. Here's Smith. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And this is a huge loss on the play. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got fourth down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now they got to be special.
Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick down in it at the 1. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Harris once more. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Buying some time left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Raiders at a deficit. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Smith. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Smith on 3rd and short. Hits his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they're left with 4th and short. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Raider football. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Complete. It's Myers. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25.
So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10, Herbert gets this to McConkey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the 31. Into the hands of Conklin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. It's Herbert once more. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Darius Davis to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Simple dive up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. To the house, touchdown LA! The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And he brings it in, so the decision to go for 2 looks like a good one. They've got a 14-0 lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. A give right side to White. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Herbert. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10 give to Harris. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He gets 6 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Throwing now, Herbert. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. And that makes it 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Herbert to throw once more. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers take a 20-zip lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Raiders returning their offense and this running back to the field. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Smith. This is hauled in by Myers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff up the gut. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. To throw, Herbert. It's taken in by Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert now. Setting up the running back screen. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Now Herbert to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Stays in the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away.
And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers.
And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. He finds McConkey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
The give here on 2nd. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Design bootleg here. Hauled in left side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Chargers have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
On 1st down, they'll run. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. A tight end in motion now. Back-to-back carries here. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. They send a tight end in motion. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers put up even more points in a win. Najee Harris, the touchdown.
Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. 1st down, Smith to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's taken in by Tucker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And again, it's Smith. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6. Smith in the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean to what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Now we're on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. A handoff for Harris, running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers looking like they'll start this season with a win. On 3rd down, Herbert. That's caught for the first. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.